Stop blaming your stress levels for your morning meltdowns. The culprit isn't your workload, your partner, or your kids. The culprit is sitting right there in your mug. If one cup of your coffee is giving you a racing heart, trembling hands, or sending you in an uncontrollable rage, your hormones are no longer playing by the old rules. Today, we are breaking down the coffee to rage pipeline. It's a phenomena often discussed in whisper networks and Reddit threads, but rarely in clinics, the sudden caffeine intolerance. For many, it's not just the jitters, it's a physical feeling of dread that takes hours to go away. Welcome back to Nobody Told Her. This is where we unpack the symptoms and shifts during the transition that often feel confusing, sudden, or completely unexplained. And today, we are talking about something many women don't expect: why your relationship with coffee can suddenly change during menopause. By the end of this video, you will understand why coffee can suddenly trigger jitters, irritability, and even rage, why the shakes may not be what you think, and how to manage it. Coffee itself hasn't become stronger, but your nervous system may have become more sensitive. One of estrogen's main jobs is to help regulate how your brain and body responds to stress. It helps steady the nervous system. It helps soften cortisol, which is the body's primary stress hormone. As estrogen begins to fluctuate in perimenopause, that protective buffering can weaken, which means the same cup of coffee your body tolerated for years can suddenly feel much more intense. Because caffeine doesn't simply wake you up, it stimulates your nervous system, it increases cortisol, it increases adrenaline, it raises your heart rate. It tells your body, wake up, stay alert, something is happening. Instead of focus, you may feel agitation. Instead of energy, you may feel internal chaos. What once felt comforting can suddenly feel like your body is pressing the panic button. And many women never connect the dots. They think they're becoming more anxious, or losing patience, or cannot handle stress anymore. During menopause, your adrenal glands are already under immense pressure to compensate for the declining ovarian hormones. When you add caffeine to the mix, you aren't just waking up, you are overstimulating glands that are already exhausted. It's important to distinguish this from just being in a bad mood. Menopause rage, especially fueled by caffeine, is an irritability so sharp it feels physical. It's not moodiness. When your heart rate climbs and your internal panic rises, your brain interprets that physical state as anger. It looks for a target. It finds that reason in the smallest of things: the laundry on the floor, email, the sound of someone breathing, someone chewing, a red light, or a slow loading website. The coffee provides the fuel. Your hormones provide the spark. Sounds familiar? For some women, the first clue isn't mood, it's the body. You drink coffee, and then suddenly your hands feel shaky, your chest feels fluttery, you feel weak or lightheaded. There's a strange internal buzzing, almost like a vibration beneath the skin. It can feel frightening, and many women assume it must be anxiety. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's a caffeine triggered stress response. Caffeine increases adrenaline, which prepares our body for action. That can create physical symptoms that feel very similar to panic, such as trembling, sweating, rapid heartbeat, intense restlessness, or a sense of unease. When layered on top of hormonal shifts, these sensations can feel much stronger than they used to. It's not weakness, it's not all in your head. Your body is just reacting differently. There is another hidden reason why coffee may suddenly make you feel terrible: your blood sugar. Perimenopause can make the body more vulnerable to insulin resistance. That means glucose regulation can become less stable. Caffeine can complicate that further. For some women, especially if coffee is consumed on an empty stomach, it can trigger a blood sugar roller coaster, a temporary spike, and then a sudden drop. And that crash can feel like dizziness, sweating, irritability, brain fog, fatigue, or having intense cravings. Many women think they need more caffeine, but what they may actually need is food or a gentler way of drinking coffee. Sometimes the problem isn't coffee itself, it's the coffee without enough support. Here is the part nobody tells you: the half life of caffeine changes during menopause. It stays in your system significantly longer, meaning that 10 a.m. latte is still active in your brain when you are trying to reach REM sleep at 10 p.m. This destroys your sleep quality, which lowers your threshold for emotional regulation the next day. You wake up exhausted, you reach for a stronger cup of coffee to cope, and the rage cycle begins all over again. You are overstimulated but underrested, a dangerous combination for your nervous system. This doesn't mean you have to give up coffee, but it may mean adjusting how you drink it. Don't drink it first thing on an empty stomach. Try having some protein at least 30 minutes before your cuppa, or pairing coffee with food. This can help reduce some of that jittery, shaky feeling. Try observing, not eliminating. You may not need to quit coffee. Instead, ask yourself, does coffee feel different before or after poor sleep? Is it worse on an empty stomach? Is one cup okay, but two too much? Does half a cup feel better? Do I feel more anxious after coffee? Does it make my hot flushes worse? Is it affecting my sleep? Your body may be giving you useful feedback. Sometimes the answer isn't no coffee. It's new timing, new dose, new expectations. If you want to protect your REM sleep, your last sip of caffeine should be 10 hours before your head hits the pillow. That's the 10-hour rule. For every cup of coffee, drink 500 ml of water. It sounds simple, but it helps your liver process the caffeine out of your system faster. Some women find that the oils in coffee are the trigger. Switching to matcha or high quality black tea provides a slower, more managed release of energy. Your morning coffee should be a comfort, not the reason your day starts in chaos. If you have experienced coffee rage, those unexpected waves of irritability, anxiety, or shaky energy, you are not imagining it. Your body is simply responding differently now. I would love to hear from you. Did you have to break up with your favorite brew? Or did you find a way to make it work? Share your experience in the comments so we can learn from each other. And if this helped explain your morning meltdowns, please send it to someone who needs to hear this. I'll see you in the next episode.